Hello guys, welcome to this session. Our topic is a periodic classification. In the past video, we discussed about the general trends. So today, we'll keep on discussing about the general trends. In the past video, we saw various changes of the properties of the elements throughout the table, in a periodic table. Now, let's move on to the other changes. This is a periodic table which we are going to use to discuss the changes in the properties of the elements that occur across the periods in their groups. So we'll start these properties one by one. Let's see the first one, that is the electronegativity. Now, electronegativity, this is the tendency of an atom to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself in a molecule. So basically, this is a tendency or ability of an atom or an element to just attract some of the shared pair of the electrons. Electrons, these are the negatively charged particles towards itself in a molecule. So the electronegativity values of elements in group O, that is in group 8, these inlet gases is 0. While you have to know that down the group, the electronegativity, this is the tendency of the atoms to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself. It decreases down the group. So in our periodic table, as you can see, if we move down the group, it means this electronegativity decreases as you go down the group, starting from hydrogen to uh, calcium. Moving down the group, it means you're considering going down. It means this electronegativity will decrease as you move down. While along the period, it means along the laws, it means that the electronegativity, this tendency or ability of atom to attract the shared pair of electrons, it increases along the period from left to right, the periodic table. So if you are moving from left to right in your periodic table, starting from hydrogen to helium, same as going to the second period, lithium to neon, it means the electronegativity increases as you move to the left-hand side to the right-hand side. So that's how electronegativity works as one of the changes in the property of the elements across the periods and the groups of the periodic table. Moving on, let's see the second one in this video, that is a metallic character, or also known as the electropositivity. Now, electropositivity, this is simply the tendency of an element to lose the valence electrons and donate the same to the other elements, usually the non-metallic elements. So this is just an ability of an element to lose or to just to give away the valence electrons. The valence electrons are the ones that found in the outer shell of an electron of an element, and they donate these kind of valence electrons toward to the other elements, usually the non-metallic elements. So this process generally it occurs during the formation of new substances. Take an example, the molecules and compounds. So this process is commonly to occur during the process of formation of molecules and compounds. Now, literally, such reactions occur between the metals and the non-metals, whereby the metals, they donate the electrons, and the non-metals, they receive these electrons. So the metals are the electropositive elements. This means that they are the ones that they donate, so they give away the electrons, while the non-metals are electronegative elements. This means that they are the ones that receive the electrons. I hope it's clear. Moving on to the other one. we have to know this metallic character. Moving on, let's see how it works across the groups and across the period. Starting with the down the group, when you are moving down the group, this metallic character, that is electropositivity, it will increase as you go down the group. So taking an example from periodic table, this one, it means when you are going down the group, this electropositivity will increase. Taking an example, you are moving from hydrogen to potassium. So moving from hydrogen to potassium, the hydrogen will have low electropositivity, while the potassium will have high positive electropositivity. I hope it's clear. While when you are talking about along the period, generally the metallic character, that is electropositivity, it decreases along the period from left to right. So this metallic character, when you observe along the period, when you are moving from left to right, taking an example, you are moving from lithium to neon. The electropositivity will decrease as you move from lithium to neon. It means that the lithium will have low electropositivity compared to the neon. Or maybe you are taking from this sodium with the neon, or sodium with the fluorine or chlorine. They will have different electropositivity. So I hope it's clear. Now, the gradation in the metallic properties across the period is as follows. We have to know that the gradation in metallic properties, this electropositivity along the period, you can see that the first one are the metals. Moving on, you will see the poor metals. Moving on, there are metalloids, then non-metals, and the noble gases, which are in uh, the last period. Moving on, let's see the other change in properties of the elements, that is the chemical reactivity. Chemical reactivity, this is the tendency of an element to lose or gain electrons in a chemical reaction. So this is the ability of an element to just lose or just give away the electrons, or gain or obtain the electrons in the chemical reaction. Now, this can be observed as when you are trying to move down the group. In a group, the chemical activity for the metals increases from the top to the bottom, while it decreases for non-metals. So for metals, it means it will increase when you are moving from hydrogen to potassium. It will increase, but it will decrease in case of the non-metals. Uh, Along the period, for the metals, the reactivity decreases from left to right in a period, while it increases for non-metals. So they are inversely. It means that when the metals, they decrease from left to right, the non-metals will increase from left to right. So I hope it's clear, guys. Thank you for listening. We've discussed like three uh, changes in the properties of the elements across the periods and the groups in the periodic table. Thank you for listening. In our next video, we're going to discuss more on these general trends in the periodic table. Thank you.